Thank you for joining me for Pilates in the Woods. Today we are going to focus on a deep hip release. Take a moment to roll your mats out, get yourself set up, and we'll start shortly. Come on into a sitting position and just slowly roll down your spine and onto your back. Bring your feet in, knees and feet hip width apart. Tuck your tailbone between your legs and release the pelvis. Just slightly lifting those hips up off the floor and placing them back down onto the mat. Pushing up through those hip bones and stretching out the hip flexors. Gradually going a little higher into your shoulder bridge each time. Cross the ankle over the knee. Push those hips right back up into your bridge. Level the hip bones, let the knee feel heavy, and hold your stretch. Come on down. Slide that leg all the way over, arms wide, and slowly drop the knees over to one side, going as far as you feel comfortable. Then breathe deeply into the belly and into the lower back. Lift the knees. Keeping that same leg over the top, slowly drop to the other side. Relax the chest, relax the shoulders. Lift those knees, reset the feet. Let's cross the other ankle over the knee and push those hips back up into the shoulder bridge. Level those hip bones, let the knee feel heavy. Find some strength in your standing leg to hold you up there. And slowly roll down through the spine. Slide the leg over, arms wide, and drop the knees to one side. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Soften into those hips. Slowly lift the knees and drop over to the other side. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lift the knees and place the foot down. Cross the original ankle back over the knee and pick up the other leg into your glute stretch. Again, soften into those hips and breathe deeply into the belly and into the lower back. Place the foot down and let's swap legs. Take one arm through the middle of the legs, the other one round the outside of the thigh. Gently pull in. Relax your chest, relax your shoulders. And place the foot down. Take hold of your kneecaps with your hands and start to draw some circles with your knees. Let your legs feel really heavy. Let your arms do the work. We want the arms to take over the job of the hip flexors here, so your hip flexors can release. Reverse the knee circles. And slowly place those feet down. We're going to reset the feet nice and wide. Windscreen wipers. We're going to drop the knees from side to side, releasing those hips. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And hold to the one side. Lift one foot. Just gently place that foot onto the outside of the one knee, getting that extra internal rotation in your hip socket. If this is too much, pop that foot back down onto the floor and hold it there. Reset the foot, lift the knees, let's drop to the other side. Lifting the foot when you're ready and gently placing that foot onto the outside of the other knee. Let those legs feel heavy. Let those hips release. Reset the foot and lift the knees. Stretch the body long. We're going to roll up through the spine to come on up into a sitting position. And we're going to move on to some leg cradles. Stretch one leg out in front and pick up your other leg like a baby. Gently pull that leg in towards your chest and rock the leg from side to side, trying to release any tension in that hip. On an out breath, you're going to do a little lean forward. On an in breath, a little lean back. You can keep these movements small and subtle if you prefer. Place that foot down onto the floor, squeeze the knee in towards the chest and twist the spine. Plant both sit bones down into the ground and lengthen through your lumbar spine. Okay, great. Let's move on to the other leg. Let's start those leg cradles. When you're ready, on your out breath, you're going to go for a little lean forward. On your in breath, a little lean back. Keeping those gentle rocks going. Place the foot down over the top of the other leg. The opposite arm is squeezing the knee in. Plant those sit bones down, lengthen through the spine. Deep breaths into the belly, into the lower back. Brilliant. Moving on. Come on up to all fours. We're going to go for some circular hips. So send your hips over to your right heel, your left heel, and all the way back up. Drawing a nice smooth circular motion with those hip bones. See if you can sink the hips right down towards the heels, if you can. And then reverse. Let's go in the other direction. And then sink those hips down to the heels and relax into child's pose. Okay, come on up. Let's go for some lunging. We're going to work on releasing those hip flexors. So on an out breath, gently push the hip bones forward. On an in breath, gently pull the hips back. Then place those hands down onto the floor. Keep pushing forward through the hips, lengthen through the spine. Keep the opposite hand to your front foot on the floor. With the other arm, you're going to draw a rainbow overhead and then reverse. Hand onto the opposite shoulder and drop that elbow down towards the floor. Breathe out to reach back. Breathe in to return, melting into those hips. Breathe out to reach. Breathe in to return. Reset the hands. Shift the hips back, stretching out the front leg if you can, and dropping the head and the chest into half split. Nice deep breaths here. Come on up. And let's switch legs. Okay, hip flexors stretch. Breathing out to push those hips forward. Breathing in to shift the hips back. Go slow, take your time, be gentle. Hands down, lengthen the spine, gently pushing forward through those hips. Keep breathing. Opposite hand to the front foot, down. Reach overhead into your rainbow and reverse. Hand on the opposite shoulder, drop that elbow to the floor. Breathing out to reach back. Breathing in to return. Breathing out to reach back. Breathing in to return. Reset the hands. Shift those hips back. Stretch the front leg if you can, and come on into half split. Release the neck if you can. And come on up. Bring the knees wide now, and we're going to sit back into child's pose. See if you can sink those hips down to your heels. Drop the chest towards the floor. Breathe deeply into the lower back. And come on up. Hurdle stretch. One knee out to the side, one leg stretched out in front. Square the shoulders off to that front leg. Slowly walk the hands out. Dropping the chest towards that front leg. Finding your stretch, holding it there. Relax. Breathe into the belly, into the lower back. Walk those hands in. Come on up. Take hold of the shin. Gently slide the leg forward. And let's swap legs. Square the shoulders. Walk forward with those hands, testing the water, and then going a bit further if you feel you want to. Settle in. Breathe deeply. And come on up. Take hold of that shin, gently slide the leg in. Let's give the legs a little shake out. Roll yourselves back down onto your backs. Arms down, feet in. Happy baby. Take hold of your big toes. Bend the knees, melt into those hips. If you struggle with this, take hold of the backs of your thighs or hold the backs of your calves instead. Relax the chest, the shoulders, the head. Breathe deeply. Release the legs and hug your knees into your chest. Place the feet down and let's go for frog's legs. Soles of the feet together, let the knees feel heavy, palms up. See if you can release those hips, release the lower back. Okay, lift the knees and let's just release those hips again with a few windscreen wipers. Stretch the body long and roll all the way back up into the seated position. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we'll see you soon at another Pilates workout.